last night in the financial breakthrough marathon community, I made a post that I'm going to share a video with everyone. So this video is for everyone. It's for the general public. It's also for those who enrolled for the FIBMA, which is Financial Breakthrough Marathon 2026. Now, one of the tools we are using in this marathon is Ijakadi trading algorithm V1.9.1 that trades range break. All right. So if you look at this is 2023, right? Up all the way till January 2026, and it was backtested against that data. All right. So what you observe is that the equity curve is not straight. It's not like you start using the algo now and brrr, it is normal that you experience some pullbacks like this. I want you to watch this video to the very end so that you will appreciate the tool you have access to. You appreciate the tool that you own, that you paid for. Because you might pay for something sometimes, but if you do not really know the intricacy of how it works, you may not be able to use it effectively because you don't appreciate it. So this is the 3 years, let's say 2023 till. I can even do like longer year, but it will take a lot of time because even the video I made last night for 1 year back testing, that was the video I made last night. I had to make another one this morning because there is access to power supply right now. Okay, so I allowed the back test to run for a longer time. Okay, without the PC going off. Right. So now this is it. This is a normal equity curve as it should be in real life. So even if you are doing manual trading, your equity curve is likely going to be looking like this. But for most manual traders, it will not end up here. It can go and still end up going. In fact, they can even blow their account. Right. So if you have an algorithm that refuses to blow your trading account, first you should give kudos to it. Like, oh, this is making a lot of sense. Okay, this is making a lot of sense. And let me show you something here. Let me show you the back test results. But before that, let me first of all show you something here. The test. Look at this. Look at the dates. Look at the date here. Can you see it? Okay. And if you scroll down, let's scroll down. You can see different, lot of trade over 300, over 400, over 500, over 600. Okay. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to scroll down to the last trade that it made. Now look at that. End of test. Look at this. End of test, right? So in that period, the algorithm did over 6,700 trades. Human being cannot be that consistent. You'll be tired, right? Your mind will break. That's what's it called? That's consistency. That ability to persist on something for human being. You will break them at some point. You lose focus. That's the honest thing. You lose focus. You get tired. In fact, you will lose hope completely. Like, is this thing ever going to work? Will I ever benefit from this thing? Will I ever make profit from this thing? You feel like that if you are doing manual trade. Okay? You can hardly find any human being that will make 6,000 plus trades and will not break down. Out of 1 million, maybe one out of a million that can do it. Besides, there are some trades that will be executed at midnight. You sleep. You have to sleep. So during the sleep hour, you miss out of a lot of trade. It is normal. Okay? And those periods when you are sleeping, those might be the period where profitable trades are being executed. So how do you leverage that? It becomes almost impossible, right? So I need to show you this to show you the bulk, the amount of trades that actually went on to achieve that result that you are seeing. Now, these are the operations you can see. These are the operations, and these are the journal. You can see these are the journals, right? So this is the history, and this is the trade. The capital that was used for this trade was 1,000, during the back test. Then if you come here like this, and for those of you who have been following the test, the experiment, the test, even on YouTube, on Forex Factory, on Traders View, you observe that the result that we are getting on the backtest is in line with the result of the live trading account, right? It's in line with it. Now, before we analyze these results, this is the overview. Okay, I need to show you this overview. The settings right here. Okay, this is the settings right here. You can see this is the algo. Then purposely, I use every tick based on real ticks, because when you use this option, though the backtesting may be slow, but eventually you are going to get something that is close, extremely close to a real result. Like, so that is the reason why I used this. So you can see the period 2023 to 2026. If I had used 2021, I'll still get a good result, but it might be slower, before the backtesting will be completed on your PC. Now, but since you have access to the algo, you have a license, why not just go ahead and run the backtest from your end? Okay, play with different year, and see the result for yourself. So now go to inputs. If you don't know how to run the backtest, maybe I can make a different video on how to run a backtest from the beginning to the end of it. So this is the input that we used. If you look at this input, it is very similar. Okay, it is extremely similar to what you have in your settings, isn't it? Extremely similar to what you have in your settings, right? Now, look at the backtest result here. This is the graph. Okay, this is the graph, and this is the backtest result. Let us now talk about this. Sorry, I'm at home in case you are hearing the sound of a kid. So look at this. The net profit was 1,500 during that period. Okay, which is 150% return on investment during that period. That is because I was not compounding it. It was simple profit. It wasn't compounded profit. But in your case, whereby you are going to be trying to compound, of course, you are going to be having way more result, way more output than what you are seeing here. All right. So, balance draw. This is a balance drawdown. Maximum was 18.92%, and on equity it was 19.59%. Even despite that, you can still experience up to, it depends on your lot size. Now, if you go back to these settings, sorry, this input here, let me enter this. Okay. So if you go back to this input here, you see 0.05 on 1K account. Okay, on 1K account. If I had used 0.1, which is not also bad, okay, but you need to understand that if you're looking for a higher reward, you have to amplify your risk. In fact, that's how it works. What am I saying? If you had used 0.1, if you look at these results, it is possible that you have a drawdown up to like 36%. Yes, if you're using 0.1 lot size. And you can see an equity drawdown of, let's say, 38 to 40% on your equity. It is possible. But in comparison, if you have 40% drawdown and you are making over 300%, you can see that it makes sense. If you look at the risk you are taking and the possible reward you are getting from it. Meaning that you could start with 1K and during that period and end up having 3,000 during that period. Okay, that is what it means to change your lot size. Okay, so for someone who is willing to take additional risk, you can, if you have 1K account, especially those who are in the FIBMA, the marathon, you can, if you understand, before you do anything first, you need to understand the risk and acknowledge it. Okay, so if you acknowledge it, you know that okay, you're going to get a very good reward also. So if you like bigger reward, you should be able to take a little bigger risk. So if that is the case, you can go ahead and change your lot to 0.1, right? So if 0.1 is still not going to blow your account, it cannot blow your account. Never. And the ultimate goal of any trading system is to avoid blowing your account. It's to avoid making you to lose 100% of what you have. Now, as much as you have not lost 100% of what you have, you are still in the game. You still stand the chance of being profitable. That is the reality. Okay, it is the reality of algo trading. It is also the reality of manual trading. It works pretty much like that. So if you look at what you should be looking out for in a system, you should look at the recovery factor. The recovery factor looks pretty fine. The recovery factor is not so big, but it's not bad, right? Then if you look at this, you can see the consecutive. Let us talk about consecutive losses first. It had 25 consecutive losses. This is where human being will break down emotionally, because as human, you are trading day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, even like 2, 3 months. You are not making profit, you're just losing. Every time you enter market like this, boom, you lose. Enter again, boom, you lose. Your spirit is going to be broken as human being. You have a broken spirit, right? So this is where Algo will. This is not. It's not as if maybe like you cannot be profitable as a manual trader, but you cannot maintain that discipline, that consistency. You know, to lose 25 trade consecutively and still be able to maintain your steez, something will change in you, right? Now you look at the consecutive wins. It had 5 consecutive wins. This is what most people like to see. This is what most people like to embrace. Win, 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 win. The good part of it, right? But trading is not like that. Okay, you should have a prepared mind. So, and if you are not prepared enough mentally, you may end up stopping the algo from trading at some point. I say, oh, man, I cannot take it. I cannot take this no more. I see you want to break up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. I cannot take this no more, right? And you stop it. When you stop it, it might actually be the same week that you stop the algo. Then that will be the week that it will make massive profit for other people that refuse to stop it. In that case, you lose out from the potential of what you're supposed to get, right? That is how it works. Okay, that's how it works. So look at this data that you have on your screen. So, but if I did not, and I told you last time I was going to send this video, I was going to upload this video. If I did not take my time to break things down like this, you will not appreciate the algorithm that you have. You will not appreciate it. You know, the sweet part is that, okay, we had a test with 100 USD account. In 1.5 months, it increased that balance to 250 USD, which is over 150, which is over 100%, 150% profit in that period. But as I'm talking to you right now, it has lost part of that profit. The total profit now is about 90%. It is normal. It's not like maybe village people has cost something. No, it is normal. Now let me now use this data that you're seeing here to prove it to you. Look at the gross profit. The gross profit of all the trades that you've seen is $13,557. That is the gross profit. Now look at the gross loss. The gross loss is 12,044. That is the gross loss. As human being, this is going to break you down. But what is most important in trading is your P&L, which is also the same thing as total net profit or loss. So it means that this algo made 13,500 plus in profits and also incurred over 12,000 in losses. It is practically impossible for any human being or any algorithm to use 1,000 to make 13,000 and not lose part of it. Okay, so this is something you should be looking out for, even for your own manual trades too. Go and download your trade history. Connect your trading account to an explorer and analyze the data that you've generated over years of your trading career. You are going to be seeing something like this. Okay, something like this. Some of you've made like for someone who has made 10,000 USD on maybe 1K account, it is possible that you made profit of 210,000 USD. and you've made a loss of 200,000, and what you are left with is that 10,000 profit on your account. That is how trading works. If you are doubting this, go and check your trade history. It is always there for you. So now let us now go back to this graph to show you. You can see it will make profits for someone in the group chat that not even one person, not even two, like a couple of people like made a post about it. Somebody will say, "Oh, the profit that it made for me, it has taken it back." Okay, well, maybe we are right, maybe we are not, but this is what is happening. Let me explain it. You can see, look at this equity curve now. This is balance and equity curve. It goes up. This is the point where you feel like it has made profit for you. And when you experience this is the point when you feel like it has taken that money back away from you. It goes up again. You say, it has made money from you. Boom, you say it has taken money from me. Nobody is taking money from you. No Algo is taking money from you. No village people is taking money from you. You are just a trader. And the market and Algo is doing what it is programmed to do on your behalf. Okay? Eventually, because the Algo is built in a way that no matter what, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? But if you stop at the middle of the tunnel, how are you going to see the light? Never. You can never see it. So these are the lights. Look at this. This is the light at the end of this tunnel. Okay? So even this year, now, maybe around August this year, you can even lose part of this to around 2000, 2008. And probably at the end of the year, boom, it will take it back to 3002 or 3003. That's how it's going to be working. So I just want you to realize this, because after I upload this video on YouTube, I will keep sending you the link to watch it. Because I believe it's just like we're having a risk management and trade psychology class again. Over years teaching people how to trade, I've been able to help people to build up a very sound psychology, a very sound mental state. Okay, so instead of me doing the same thing over and over, anytime somebody feel like, this is not making it, I just say, okay, please go and watch this video to the end, then you understand it better. Okay, that is Algo trading for you. So on the other version, which is version 2.0, trust me, we are going to be having a major breakthrough soon, because every day, every night, we are not sleeping. The research is continuous. Franklin can even bear me witness last night. I think I slept, if I check the time, I slept around 12 with something last night, if I check the time correctly. And we were still chatting. Let me even check our chats. We were still chatting on WhatsApp. It was telling me it was sharing a lot of things with me. Where is our chat? Let me check our chat history. We exchanged voice notes last night. Okay, I can see it now. So our last chat last night was around 12:48, and I slept around maybe 12:54 thereabout. That was the time I went to the bed, around 1 a.m. So during that period, I was applying his chat, but we were doing research. Okay, we were doing research like, okay, what can we do? Because the moment we are able to reduce the drawdown for that version, then boom, that is it. Okay, there is no doubt about its profitability. There is no doubt about the fact that you can cut losses at a specific point. Okay, but we need to find a way to reduce that losses. So in as much as that losses can be taken care of, that drawdown can be taken care of effectively, then boom, you have what you need, and you become profitable forever. That is it. So don't allow your spirit to be broken. Don't allow your mental state to be broken. Don't allow your psychology to be decomposed. Right? This is Algo is just doing what it knows to do best. Right? So, in case you have any question, then the group chat, the community is always open. My DM is always open for you. Then you can, in fact, even if you are not in the FIBMA community, also you can leave a comment under this video. Share your thoughts, share your opinion. We learn every day. So, and someone who's a student of life, I love to learn as much as possible from people's ideas, contribution, stuff like that. Okay, so that is it. So, and if you look here, let me even add this. Look at this point. Look at this point. Look at this cushion. 2,000 plus profit, right? It has tested that level. Look at this time. It made 2K profit. It lost part of it. 2K again, lost it. 2K again, lost it. 2K again. It will feel as if this is a barrier. And this actually happened for a longer period before it broke out from here. It broke out from here, then boom. That is it. So, that's how it works. Have a lovely day, everyone.